Hello, fellow classmates. This is my Module 3 blog post. By doing the Leadership Skills Questionnaire, I was able to see what I needed to work on in order to become an effective leader. I scored in the moderate range on administrative skill, which doesn't surprise me because I've never said that I ever wanted to be a manager over an entire floor. However, I have considered possibly becoming a relief charge or a charge nurse, which is a step down on our unit from being the manager over the floor. You're kind of just over the floor for a 12-hour shift, and if you're a relief charge, you just kind of help out whenever the charge nurses are on vacation. I scored very high in the interpersonal skill, and I've been told previously that I communicate well with my peers. And I've always been a person who, instead of going to a higher person about an issue that I have with them, I always go to them and try to work it out with them first. I scored in the moderate range for conceptual skill. I tend to focus on details whenever I get report from someone because I always like to be able to answer questions that a patient's family may have. So I feel like the more details you have, the more you're able to answer their questions effectively. I always like to address any issues that I have as quickly as possible because I tend to get frustrated if I don't confront the issue, and it's just makes for a terrible work day. I think it does make a team work well if they have the same goals, and I feel like the manager of the floor should be someone who is going to take into consideration the goals of the organization as well as what the goals they have for the floor should be. It shouldn't be someone who has goals that don't match up with the organization. The article I read did a good job of explaining what transdisciplinary healthcare entailed. And the type of healthcare it involves being able to not only collaborate within different disciplines, but it allows those disciplines to overlap. This type of healthcare is supposed to be a comprehensive, allow for a comprehensive plan of care to be established, and it's also supposed to improve the quality and outcomes of the patient status. And I think it would be an effective way in any organization, whether it be a small one or a large one, maybe not really, really large, but I do believe in the organization that I work for, it would be effective just because we have a lot of people who are readmits, frequent flyers, and in my opinion, it's because we don't effectively use different disciplines to make sure that the patient's getting what they need whenever they're discharged from the hospital. And I think by doing this transdisciplinary, you have the opportunity to get everyone together and discuss what you want to do as far as a plan of care goes, and either send the patient home or say, oh, they're not ready to go home, and you just kind of work out between them to get them the resources they need in order to go home. As far as what skills I would use to get resources, since I did score so high in interpersonal, I would use it to my advantage to get resources and staffing needs. I think as far as staffing goes, since the floor that I work for is sometimes very inadequately staffed due to the fact that we have a high turnover rate, I think I would have a prospective employee come and shadow for either a day or a couple hours on the floor, just to see if that meshes with what they really want to do and see how the team works together. And it would give them a chance to see what the floor is actually like, because it is a rough floor to work on. And I would also allow my employees to put forth what they think we should do to improve the floor rather than it just be a one person thing. Um, Thanks for listening.